guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today we are apartment hunting once again. Prices in Chicago are at an all-time high as we're coming into summer of 2025. I have my steamy hot cup of tea here and I am ready to go ahead and jump in. We're looking at 4 different studios and they get less expensive as we get along. So you can kind of see what you could get for your budget if you're looking right downtown. If you didn't know this already, I am a broker with Compass. I run the team Moxie. I'm excited to jump in. Let's go ahead and check them out. All right, this first one is right in the Loop, in like this northeast corner of the Loop, which I feel like has the most apartment buildings. A lot of times people say they don't want to live in the Loop, and I always say, like, consider this part because it's closer to like Lakeshore East, super walkable to River North. There's a lot over there. This unit is west facing. It is 540 square feet. It's listed at $2,309 a month. Our prices have gone up so much, but people keep renting them and the demand is there and it is just absolutely crazy. So this unit is on the 39th floor, so we are really, really high up. Right when you enter, you do have this entryway hallway. On the left, you have a really good sized closet. On the right is going to be your bathroom. This one is a shower tub combo. You have your in-unit washer and dryer. You best believe if you're paying $2,300 for a studio, you better get in-unit washer and dryer. And then this is your whole space. So it is a big space. You have a really good sized kitchen, full size appliances, big kitchen island you could pull bar stools up to. The view, I think, is one of the big points of this unit. A lot of people really like this one for its view. You would get lots of afternoon light. You can see the river. You can see Marina Towers. It's like pretty iconic. That closet in the front is going to be your only closet. So I always like to point that out for my studio clients. But it is a really traditional like rectangle shaped floor plan. You can do a lot with that. Like you can move your furniture around in a ton of different ways. Whereas when buildings try and get like too unique with studios, sometimes it's really like you can only put your bed on this one wall. Here you have a little bit more options. You also could do like a standing coat rack or a armoire or a tall boy dresser. I love doing a dresser and then using that as your TV console. So I always think that's a really good plan in a studio. But I think personally, the reason that this one is priced the way it is A, for that view, and B, that location, they get a lot of people. Like that building has a lot of people always interested in it. And so they just have high demand. So they have high prices. All right, going a little bit less expensive, we are coming into my neck of the woods in South Loop. I love South Loop. So many people sleep on South Loop. Things I love about South Loop. I feel like I should be like the ambassador of South Loop at this point. You have great grocery stores. We have a Trader Joe's and a Jewel-Osco. You have really great public transit. You can get to any train line within like a couple of minutes, depending on where you're at. You're super close to the lake. There's a lot of really great restaurants in the area. You have really popular parks like South Bank Park, or there's like that dog park that I'm forgetting the name of, but it's like one of the biggest dog parks in the city. I love South Loop. I just really like it down here. And this building is a really great option. We have it filmed on the 4th floor. The actual one available would be on the 6th floor. So your view would be 2 floors higher. It is 602 square feet. This is the largest studio that we're going to be looking at today, priced at $2,223 a month. So entering into this one, similar sort of setup in that you have this like entryway hallway. Here you have your washer and dryer and coat closet like squished into one. So you do have extra storage in there, which could be really nice. In your bathroom, pretty good standard bathroom. This one does have a standing shower. It's a little bit newer than that last building. So generally speaking, newer buildings, we always see standing showers. This is going to be your other main closet. It's not huge, but at least it's there and it's a good size. So you do have those 2 different closet spaces. And then coming in, this unit overlooks the courtyard. The building is kind of 2 different towers, and that is a shared amenity space in the middle. And then this one's kind of nice because you have this like nook. So you could really have your bed tucked into that nook area and have it feel a little bit more separated. I love a kitchen island. Don't get me wrong. That last unit, love the kitchen island, but it kind of just opens it up so that way your whole unit is encompassed around the kitchen in a studio. Whereas in this one, because you have the galley, you could add a movable island. I had that one from IKEA that was amazing, but then it doesn't necessarily feel like your whole unit is looking at the kitchen all the time. And I just really like that cutout for a little bit of separation of space. You don't get as good of a view in this one, I'll say. You don't have this like cityscape view that you had in the one before. All right, carrying on, we're in River North. So this building is in the like western part of River North. I loved this area. It's where I lived most of my time in River North. This building is super cute. It's more of like a boutique style building. We filmed it on the 13th floor. The actual unit would be available on the 7th, so it is a little bit lower. This one is our smallest unit that we're gonna look at. This one is 431 square feet. And before you all roll your eyes and be like, that's ridiculous, I can't even believe they build things that small, Alex and I lived in a 420 square foot studio together with our dog when we first moved to Chicago, so it's totally doable. This one is west facing for $2,085 a month, which is a pretty stinking good price to be in River North. Am I saying it's a good price compared to all real estate? No, but for Chicago, this is a really good price. If you want to get at me about prices, go look at my Chicago versus America video and you'll see my opinions there. I should film another one of those. That was fun. All right, coming in, I already am kind of obsessed with this big closet. I love that your washer and dryer is in there, but I also just think that's a huge amount of space to be able to work with. You do have a more galley style kitchen in this one. Here you have the shower tub combo, but I will say this one feels more modern than that first option. Again, full-size appliances throughout. I like the finishes in this building a good amount too. And then here is your studio. Again, she's not big, but she is cute and she's in a great location. I love this part of River North so much. You're literally a block away from the brown or purple line, so super easy to get around. And then again, because it's more of a galley style kitchen, I do just feel like you can set up your apartment in a little bit better of a separated way. Galley style is like not necessarily the best if you're looking for hosting or things like that, but typically speaking in a studio, that's not everyone's like main priority in the first place. But I just think that that is a good floor plan, especially if River North is really your dream location. That one's pretty good. And last but not least, we are actually sticking around in the River North area. This one is our best priced unit of all of the ones that we're seeing. It is 1,975 square feet. We have this one filmed on the 22nd floor. The actual unit would be on the 11th floor, so your view would drop a decent amount. It is 539 square feet, so not too small. However, the caveat on this one is if you want that price point under 2,000, you're giving up your washer and dryer and unit. There is washer and dryer within the building, so you don't have to go to a laundromat to go do your laundry, but it is not in unit. Oh, this one's a model. Oh, this one's also like, I think they technically call these convertibles. Okay, so when you enter, off to the right, you have your kitchen. So odd thing that I don't know if you noticed in this, it doesn't come with a microwave. I don't know why. This is one of the only buildings I know of in the city of Chicago where your kitchens don't come with microwaves. You have your stove, your dishwasher, and your fridge, no microwave. But it is a fully tucked away little kitchen, and there is that breakfast bar on the other side that a lot of people like, so that way you still get natural light in there, but your kitchen's not like facing your bed. On the left here, you have a closet. They have it set up, like you can see that breakfast bar. They have a dining table, a living room. Please pause while we take a look at the north-facing view. Your view would be similar, but you would be 11 floors lower. They have a desk and then the bed over there. So as far as floor plans go, this is probably my favorite of all of the floor plans that we've seen. I just think that they made a really great use of space. A model apartment also is just so much easier because you're able to exactly see how you should set it up. Here is a linen closet, and then here is an additional walk-in closet. So this one has by far the most storage of all of the options. And then coming into the bathroom, this one is a shower tub combo. This building's not nearly as updated as the other ones that we've seen, but for less than $2,000 to be able to have that amount of space and be able to build it out that way, this tends to be a pretty popular option. As long as you're okay with taking your laundry down to like basement or the laundry room, that's a good one. Technically speaking, they call this one a convertible because you do have that separate bedroom area, but it's priced better than all my studios I pulled. My thing with laundry in building, it seems super inconvenient. And yes, having laundry in unit is definitely easier, but I have lived without laundry in unit in 2 different apartments that I've lived in my life. What's really nice is you can like build up all of your laundry throughout the week. You could have like 4 loads of washing going, 4 loads then into the dryer and bring it all back up and fold it. And you could have all of your laundry done within the amount of time that it would normally take you to do 1 load. So it can be a bit of a time saver if you're able to do it that way, but to each their own. If you can have it in unit, I don't really know why you wouldn't, unless you just wanted to save the buck. And in that case, I really don't think it's as bad as everybody makes it seem. All right, guys, we'll wrap up this one here. Let me know your thoughts and which one was your personal favorite. I feel like each of the units has their own pros. The first one for me would be view. Second one would probably be floor plan. And then third is going to be location. Big fan of that location for sure. And the last one is going to be price point. So let me know what you think. What's your guys' favorite? If you are looking for an apartment in Chicago, or if you are looking to buy, I would absolutely love to help you. My Jotform link is in the description box, so feel free to get in touch. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.